Hello friends and welcome back to the channel for war number 11 of season 41. Today we're taking on 1NG, and for the first time ever I get to bring a rank 5 6-star to AW attack. We have Carl, who I just took to rank 5 a couple days ago, along with Nimrod and Nick Fury. Going to be starting out today on path number 5 in section 1, and first up we have an unduped HULKLING, which is strange. On node number 2 here. Going to go in here with Carl, activating Magma Form. There's really no plan for this fight because this is one of Carl's target matchups, so it's really just go in and destroy. You can, parry and heavy before using a special attack for extra damage, but you can see, with a couple of the vulnerability passes up, we're going to be doing so much damage, even with the protection up here. So we're going to push him to special 2, and by the time we get there, we're going to be at about our special 2, so I'm going to heavy counter his special 2, which gives us the enhanced crit rate right into the special 2, and that does quite a bit of damage here. And then we have the nice Fury up after the knockdown. So that special 2 was with protection up. So yeah, we're going to go right into another special 2 here with protection down and the Fury up, and that pretty much does him in. We just have to do a little bit of cleanup here. Yeah, so again, this is just a really, really easy fight with Carl. I think I do make a mistake here. I thought that this heavy was going to connect, it whiffs, and I end up losing my indestructible charges. Not a big deal. We're just going to dash in, or special intercept rather, with the special 2, which ends up killing him. So again, with protection up. So Carl don't care about no protection, man. Alright, moving on. We have a HAVOK here on node 11, so we're going to go in here with Nimrod. We can't bait out heavies because of heavy hitter, so we need to do intercepts, or we need to make sure that our reparries are on point. So my plan here going in was not to take a combo at the start of the fight and lose my indestructible. The indestructible really was in case he was very stingy and was pushed red, but now, we don't really have that protection. It doesn't matter though. So the plan here was to get close to the special 2 and use the special 1 to knock him down, gives us the energize, gives him the energy vulnerability, and then race back up to the special 2 while we still had the Fury from Ebb and Flow. However, you can see he really just wants to do medium heavies, and we can't really counter them, so we end up losing that. Protection comes back up, so now we're just going to get to the special 2 anyways here. We fire it off. Protection is still up, but he does have the energy vulnerability passive. It still does a decent chunk of damage. So I'm kind of thinking as I'm going through this fight, okay, if he's going to be mostly uncooperative with this medium heavy nonsense, I'm just going to keep at the special 2s, even if protection is up, and if it's going to take it a little bit longer, that's fine, because Nimrod, again, is extremely safe for this and any other mutant matchup, really. So fire off another special 2 there, and it did a nice amount of damage, even with protection up. And now we've got the Fury up, trying to bait out this special 2, and again, he's being very uncooperative. So at this point, I'm kind of thinking, like, okay, is he really going to make me sit here and bait out this special 2, and then he's going to go red? Thankfully, I think he does throw it not too close to getting his special 3. There we go. Right there. So just to finish him off, to be sure that this last special 2 finishes him off, I think once I get at or close to 2 bars, I do a reparry. Oh, there we go. And then I heavy him to knock him down. We remove protection, trigger the Fury, and then one more intercept or reparry. There we go. And the special 2 finishes him off. So again, a very safe fight with Nimrod, just a little bit longer than what he's used to. Okay, up in section 2, we have a Spider-Ham on node 27. Gonna go in here with Nick Fury. This is a very easy fight with Nick Fury. So the deal here is that you really just want to heavy counter Spider-Ham's special 1 in order to purify the debuffs. If you don't do that, eventually he's going to go unblockable, and you're gonna have problems here. So the other thing, of course, in any fight with Spider-Ham, you want to dump your power as soon as you get your special 1 to avoid giving him spider nonsense and maybe triggering that evade before you can get your attack charges up. But yeah, heavy counting the special 1. The spacing is very friendly with using Nick because he has just enough of like a lunge forward on it that you're always going to catch him. And then I think one more heavy and then a parry and a couple more hits finishes him off. So again, very, very safe, easy fight with Nick Fury as long as you get that heavy counter. Okay, here's another fight that I've taken several times before. This is a null on 36. This one, no prettier than the other ones were, by the way. Uru pre-fight, invuln boost. Null is going to be permanently unblockable the entire fight. No way to turn that off. So ideally you want to push him to his special 2 if possible. Unlikely that that's going to happen because you can't block bait, of course, in this fight. So the invuln boost is really just to tank some of those hits from the special 1, which he tosses here. The dex for that is very, very difficult. I've only managed it like once. So now the goal here is just to survive until corruption triggers, and then that's going to fully ramp your morph charges from all the armor breaks. So there we go. So now we jumped up from like 50 some to 600, and now I'm just trying to get an intercept here, but I end up taking hits, so I'm like, all right, screw it. We're just going to launch the special 2, and that kills him instantly. So
to save Carl's life, I would have done anything.
There we go. Carl don't care about no protection. Carl don't care about no unblockable either. Okay, up next is probably the best mini-boss fight of my Alliance War career. We have a Weapon X on node 53, so Stunning Reflection means that we cannot parry him at all. He's going to be unblockable for a large portion of the fight as well, so we really have to make sure our intercepts are on point. First goal is to switch into Blitz mode. So Blitz mode is really where we're going to be getting any power in this fight. So as we turn his regen passives into shock debuffs, we're going to be getting a little trickle of power from Polka Dot Power. And that's pretty much why I wanted to use an APB in this fight as well, so we can get to that SP2 a bit quicker here. So going to counter his heavies, got to watch out that we time them correctly to just hit him after the unstoppable ends. He is predictably aggressive when he's in like the enraged mode, so usually your light backdraft intercepts are going to work. There we go, we made it up to the special 2. We trigger Extinction Protocol, and boom, that does a whole bunch of damage. The power drain really works against you in this fight because you really want to be punishing his specials instead of landing intercepts. I probably could have baited out a heavy here, but instead I went for a couple of intercepts here, and then I think one more intercept ends up doing him in. So normally I don't show the end screen on my Alliance War fights, but I do want to call out here that I took no damage at all with Nimrod. So really, really proud of that one. There's a screenshot, actually sent it to my Alliance, so very happy with that one. To cap things off for this war, we have a Scorpion up on node 55. Going to go in here with Nick and an APB. Got the House of X pre-fight from my dude Bryce. So the plan here is basically I'm going to kind of ignore the Sting debuff. So unless you can get routinely perfect dexes on Scorpion Special 1, chances are you're going to get at least one of those Sting debuffs on you. And I feel like it is much more important to make sure that you keep your tack charges up with the Special 1 in order to counter his evade than it is to take a few percentage points in Sting burst damage. And especially since I'm boosted, one Sting debuff is really not going to do all that much here. So we're above 5, so we've got the evade countered. I got a little bit lucky a minute ago. You saw he did evade at 4 tack charges, and he didn't end up punishing me. So again, got a little bit lucky there. I'm going to dex the Special 2 and punish it, and we pretty much have this fight in control here. The tack charges are high enough where we're not going to run out, and then I think one more Special 1 ends up doing it. So again, very easy fight. Just ignore the tack charges. You have a second life if you need it. And we did go on to win this one, so 6 kills, 0 deaths. Our record has improved to 7-4. Very happy with how Rank 5 Carl performed in this war, and that Weapon X fight with Nimrod. Extremely proud of that one. So, folks, let me know if you enjoyed this one by hitting that like button for me. If you haven't checked out my second Rank 5 video about Carl, I would encourage you to do so. And if you're making your way through Act 8.2, I also have a Bahamut guide up on the channel that is proving to be very popular. That's about it, so thank you very much for watching. We'll see you again next time.